This is the latest on space weather. We have a geomagnetic storm watch, G1, and also USGS is informing us that rocks and soil have been electrified by the Superstorm. Geomagnetic storm watch, minor G1 class geomagnetic storms are possible on May 26th, that's tomorrow, when a CME might graze the Earth's magnetic field. The CME was hurled into space on May 23rd by an erupting filament of magnetism near the center of the solar disk. And now, according to the rock and soil electrified by the Superstorm, we've even had last week a couple of X-class flares across the USA on May 10th and 11th. Sky watchers marveled at bright displays of aurora borealis, the northern lights, during the biggest geomagnetic storm in decades. Little did they know something was also happening underfoot. Strong electrical currents were surging through rocks and soil. The biggest voltages along the U.S. eastern seaboard, as we can see here on the map, and in the Midwest were as much as 10,000 times the normal. A map from NOAA and the U.S. Geological Survey shows some of the hot spots during the early hours of May 11. Back in March 1989, voltages only a little stronger than the ones shown here brought down the entire Hydro-Quebec power system. The resulting Great Quebec blackout plunged millions of Canadians into darkness. This time, however, the power grid stayed up, thank goodness. We have not heard of any serious problems so far, reports Christopher Balk of NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center. Balk leads an effort at NOAA to model geoelectric fields during solar storms. This map here shows a snapshot from a real-time display that takes into account the 3D conductivity of the Earth and ongoing geomagnetic activity. A computer at the Space Weather Prediction Center crunches the data to produce minute-by-minute estimates of electricity in the ground. I started work on this in 2011 after a NOAA Space Weather workshop where representatives from the power industry asked for a geoelectric feed model, recalls Balk. It's a collaboration between NOAA, the U.S. Geological Survey, and others. We now have a version that covers much of Canada and the United States. When researchers talk about geoelectric fields, they use units of volts per kilometer, V/km. In the upper Midwest, says Jeffrey Love, a key member of the collaboration at USGS, these are very high. For comparison, we estimate that the geoelectric amplitude reached almost 22 V per kilometers in Virginia during the March 1989 storm. This means that May 2024 storm was electrically speaking about half as intense as a storm that blacked out Quebec 35 years ago. That's too close for comfort. Although power companies have taken measures to improve the resilience of their systems, no one would welcome another storm as intense as that of March 1989, says Love. Real-time electric field maps are published 24/7 on NOAA's website. During the next geomagnetic storm, you can have the link is here if you click to see what is happening underfoot. This is the latest on space weather. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.